So what you're saying is that Michaels will not be sponsoring the show.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
There goes our craft demographic. A crafter demographic.
It's... this is already off the rails. I do want to do one more quick plug, though, before we get to the thing you didn't watch. This is the one time that...
Let me ask you something.
Out of our many, many episodes and hours of recorded material, the one time I'm prepared and you're not, I'm going to lord it over you.
It's been a busy 2 weeks, my friend. Been a busy 2 weeks.
Oh, boy. But no, Cover the Crescent this week, Thursday, is Leonard Cohen and our buddy Jason Woodbury is going to be performing there.
Yeah, so. I actually, before I stopped becoming freelance, I actually wrote about that for the events calendar for the New Times. And yeah, it does look like an exciting show. I mean, not only is our boy Woodbury, or I don't know if he's our boy, but
JP Dubs.
JP Dubs, but
I'm sorry, Jason.
Oh gosh,
no longer our friend.
Yeah, well, I had after Friday, I had a dream about him.
What?
No, and it wasn't that kind of dream either. No. And I even tweeted about it, but then I deleted the tweet after 5 minutes. It was like, I had this dream about him that he was in cornrows. And he was very mad at me for some unspecified reason, which is...
Did it have to do with the cornrows?
No, but maybe, I mean, they seemed pretty tight. Or dreadlocks. It was more dreadlocks.
Okay.
But two things that I do not associate with JP Dubs.
Again, I'm sorry.
No, I'm so sorry. With Mr. Woodbury is that is hairstyles, unusual hairstyles, and anger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the nicest, chillest dudes.
So that will teach me to not have an orange blossom and Taco Bell before bed after walking the streets of. It
might have been the perfect cocktail, but I would blame specifically the Taco Bell on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna plug that too. Like the Cover the Crescent thing looks really good. I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah, and again, that's Thursday. I'm gonna try to go as well. So maybe we can each other there.
You want to go? You want to go?
All right.
Isn't it nice now? Like it's kind of funny that we haven't. Well, we've seen each other like within the last 2 weeks, but I'm just noticing that I'm a little don't have the cloud of unemployment over my head.
Yeah, then not so much with the doom and the Eeyore about you.
Yeah. Now it's back to you because it's hashtag summer Jason.
What? You can't take my hashtag. If life has taught me anything, it's that A, hashtags are absolutely meaningless, and then two, that there are millions of them. So. I'm still having a great summer.
I'm not trying to take away from your summer. It's just my summer came late. The monsoons, they came a little late, but here they are.
Indeed. But yeah, I mean, it's seriously huge congratulations to you. I couldn't be happier for you. I mean, I could be, but
you could be.
It's me.
But
I am ecstatic for you. I was so happy when you shared the news. And of course, you shared it with the caveat, by the way, you can't announce this yet. So then when you did announce it, everybody else got to be all like, oh, this is amazing. I'm like, I've already heard it. I can't muster up that much enthusiasm.
I think most of the freelancers knew at least a week before too, because it got announced. And I just didn't want to, I didn't want to rain anyone's parade or at least start getting pitches yet because I didn't want to get pitches off the clock.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, while we are talking about it, if you do need somebody to cover the experimental theater beat, you know where to find me.
Sure, Dwayne? Okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, okay. But that's why I didn't get to watch this is because I was I was in Milwaukee, taking my kids to every museum. Sure. In town.
Does Milwaukee have a lot of museums?
They have at least They have at least 3 or 4.
Okay.
Along with like botanical gardens.
And I noticed you're repping your Brewers right there.
Yeah, I'm back on my bullshit with ball caps. I didn't like the Brewers for a while because of Ryan Braun and his
you lost
drug
me.
use. Yeah, dang.
Maybe somebody listening knows what you're talking about, but it's not me.
Okay. I'll stop talking about sports.
If you want to talk about the 1988 Dodgers roster, I can do that.
Oh, I could talk about Kirk Gibson for days because he was on the 1984 Tigers, and I briefly liked the Dodgers for a year.
Oral Hershiser.
Yeah, I like Oral too.
Anyway, okay, so you didn't watch this.
No.
I do not recommend that we watch it in its entirety here. I brought it up. I have it ready.
I assume you took copious notes, and
I took a note. So hey, let's not go too far here. I watched the thing.
Let me ask you: when did you start watching this?
This morning.
Yeah.
I had plans to watch it yesterday, at least one day in advance, but I was like, I'll
you know what I was
tomorrow.
doing this morning? Watching Wallace and Gromit for the 18th time with my kid.
Well, okay, so you got off of the Thomas the Train thing, which is great, and into Wallace and Gromit, which is even better, but now he's going to kill it for you just by sheer repetition.
It's getting to the point.
Get him in a Chicken Run, and then Flushed Away, and all the Aardvark studio. It is Aardvark, right? Aardman, that's right. But spelled as though it could be Aardvark.
So here's the thing we discovered, because Kristen had never seen...
They're the wrong trousers, Gromit, and they've gone wrong.
So Kristen, yes, it's the one he watches over and over again.
It's so
His
good.
wrong trousers.
I don't blame him. Let's watch it right now.
You got your Prime up because it's streaming on Prime for free, along with Shaun the Sheep and everything else. Anyway, so we discovered. Kirsten had never seen it before either, so we've watched A Grand Day. So my son Beckett has watched A Grand Day Out, which is the one where they go to the moon and
For
have
cheese. Yeah.
And Wrong Trousers is the one he watches all the time because there's a train involved at the end.
Sure.
They have the
okay,
train
so you've got your
chase.
crossover then.
Yes, that's the gateway. And then Kristen had started watching A Close Shave. And there's some really scary shit in there.
There is. That sheep shearing machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think she saw it, but I haven't seen it yet because there's The Matter of Loaf and Death.
I haven't seen that one. So I've seen like the first 3, which I think are the ones that you've gone over already.
And then I think that one actually there's death in it.
Oh, wow.
So, and I'm not prepared to have conversations about death yet.
Even claymation death?
Even claymation death. I mean, there's a gun in The Wrong Trousers.
There is.
Yeah.
That's
but,
right.
So it's kind of like we're kind of iffy on that. But it's like claymation. So, but wrong. I haven't gotten the guts up to show him Close Shave yet, even though it's fun and it's the introduction to Shaun the Sheep. And I haven't watched A Matter of Loaf and Death, but the fact that there's death in it, I'm not prepared to have that conversation. For the very same reasons, I'm now going to let him watch Lion King until he's at least 13.
Sure.
And so, because I don't want to have that conversation about a dead dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
sure. But I've seen...
And let's be clear, the animated version.
Right, yeah. I've seen most of the Aardman stuff. I find it, it's charming and British and funny and... I do, like I said, but yeah, it sounds like you can get him into Chicken Run and into Flushed Away.
I think
Flushed
Chicken
Away
Run could be fun. I've seen Flushed Away too, and I like that one a lot. I'm pretty sure there's some I've missed, and I definitely have not watched Shaun the Sheep because it's definitely I know it's not aimed for me.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched Shaun the Sheep either. That's
I've seen it now because that's kind of the thing he watches now, and it's fun and it's quiet. But Aardman's like, when I was in film school, my teacher showed the first 2 Wallace and Gromits, and then they showed them in Close Shave in a movie theater in Detroit. So I went to go see them, and then it just kind of anytime something new comes out. There's like the one with pirates.
Oh yeah.
The pirates one is really good.
I don't think I've seen that one, but for me that's something that, I mean, the animation is great. Especially the claymation stuff, they've moved away from that a lot, and it's all digital now. But it's that was pretty genius. And then the writing is funny, and Gromit's, I love Gromit. Gromit's the best.
It's weird watching him in HD, and you can see fingerprints just kind of move around a little bit on on Wallace, especially on Wallace.
I haven't watched him since I've had an HD TV, so that's...
It's even like I remember watching Lion King like in IMAX when they re-released it like 15 years ago, and you can see like pencil scratches on. If you're paying attention, of course. If you're just involved.
I always like that sort of thing, though. I don't know. It's a lot of that's a lost art. Anything that's too smoothed out and I don't know. Well, but we'll see. So, are you going to end up going to see Once Upon a Time today?
Yes, but not with you.
Oh, well, fine, whatever. I didn't want you to crash. Our
No.
anyway.
It's I gotta write something this afternoon.
So you're going to go to a later showing?
I'm going to either go to a later showing, but I can't like I don't want crash your party and.
No, you were always welcome.
I know.
Yeah.
But also, it has a lot to do with, making sure, like being close by in case something happens with the kids.
Sure.
Stuff like that, because it's like a 3-hour movie.
Well, and if you're going to go see the 35mm, you got to go to one of the Alamos.
Yeah, but
you got to skip out on that.
I'm going to skip out on that and just go.
So we're going to go see the 35mm one. That's.
When you see it, have you seen Ayers' post on it?
I did, yeah.
Let me know if that happened.
Well, that's so what I walked away with from that conversation that was happening, because the projectionist got involved with that too. And
yeah.
To that point, I mean, that's the risk you run into with something like that, in my opinion, is that when now something has essentially become a lost art. It's like initially when everything was being reissued on vinyl, a lot of that stuff was not great quality, or people weren't paying much attention to how things were processed, and so it was more about the excitement of having vinyl again than it was about getting a good quality experience with it. That's changed, because it's gone. I think it's gone from being like an in the moment like craze or fad sort of thing to being people who are going to buy physical music are more interested in that experience. So there's a lot more effort put into it, I think. But I think that's the same sort of thing with the showing things on film. Everybody is so used to the digital projection, and finding places that are going to print this stuff for you that are able to do it of high quality, and then the machines that to have around to play it and all that. It's got to be kind of a nightmare, actually, just because of it's such a specialized thing right now.
Well, in paying attention slightly a little bit to that conversation, it sounds like Alamo doesn't use pliers. So
well, and you were a projectionist for a while, right?
Yeah, I was a projectionist for a while, and so you'd put all the reels on film on this plier, and the pliers would move around as the film would go. And that can cause some headaches too. But it sounds like what Alamo does is they go reel by reel, so they wait for the cigarette burns. And then once the cigarettes burns happen, then they switch from one projector to another and play it reel by reel.
That seems like everything has to fall into place exactly for that. It's a dance.
Yep, it's a dance, and it being a lost art, I'm sure. I'm sure. It sounds like I know. I've met the projectionist at Alamo, the one who was talking. I've met him in passing, and he seems to be on his shit. But I mean, if you teach someone like a 20-year-old who's never, never known this,
that stuff takes
before,
time. It's like anything else,
It really is an art.
Yeah.
That has to be done. So it's